Hey everyone, so I'm making this video from a soccer tournament, so I hope you can hear this. So number 104. Okay, so what you want to do is multiply matrix A by 2. So I'm going to multiply this whole matrix by 2, which is going to give me -2, 4, 6, and 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and multiply matrix B by -3, which is going to turn that into a plus. And then multiplying all of matrix B by -3 is going to give me 0, -12, -15, and -18. And then just adding those two matrices together. Remember, you just want to add corresponding parts. So you're going to get -2 plus 0. That's going to give you -2. Then you're going to have 4 plus -12, which is going to give you -8. And then you're going to have 6 plus -15, which is going to give you -9. And then last but not least, you're going to have 8 plus -18, which is going to give you -10. Okay, so there's the answer for number 104. Okay, now number 105, you're multiplying, so you need to make sure the dimensions work. So the dimension of A is 2 by 2. The dimension of B is also a 2 by 2. So that means if the inside dimensions are the same, you can go ahead and multiply, and your final answer is going to be a 2 by 2. So let's go ahead and draw a 2 by 2. You have, row 1, column 2, row 2. Okay, so for the first spot that we need to fill in here is we're going to have row 1 and column 1. So we're going to take row 1 of matrix A and multiply it by column 1 of matrix B. Okay, so here I'll do it on the side one time and you guys can see how the rest works. So it's basically going to be -1 times 0 plus 2 times 5, which is going to give me 0 plus 10, which is just going to give me a 10. Okay, now for the next part, let me erase these guys. We'll do a different color. Okay, you're now looking at row 1 and column 2. So you're going to look at row 1 of matrix A and column 2 of matrix B. So when you're multiplying that out, we're going to have -1 times 4 plus 2 times 6. So that's going to be -4 plus 12, which is going to give you 8. Okay, now looking at the next one, let me erase this again. Okay, so for the next guy, we have row 2, column 1. So I want to do row 2 of matrix A and column 1 of matrix B. So working that out, you're going to have, here, I'll do it over here, 3 times 0 plus 4 times 5. And this is going to give me 0 plus 20, which is 20. And then doing the same thing for the last one. Let me erase these again. Yikes, sorry. Okay, you have row 2 and then column 2. So I'm going to look at row 2 of matrix A and column 2 of matrix B and multiplying that out. I'll do that over here. You're going to have 3 times 4 plus 4 times 6. So this is 12 plus 24, which is 36. So there's your final answer. Okay, now let's see if we can multiply D times C, so for 106. So matrix D is a 3 by 3, and matrix C is a 3 by 2. So sadly, yes, we can multiply these guys together, okay? And the resulting matrix is going to be this 3 by 2. So let's draw a 3 by 2. Okay, again, you have row 1, row 2, row 3, and then you have column 1, column 2. Remember, you're going D times C this time, so you want to look at D first and then C second. So for row 1, column 1, we have row 1 of D, and we have column 1 of C. Okay, so multiplying that out, I'm going to do right here on the side, you're going to have -1 minus 20 plus 0. So that's going to be -21. Okay, so for row 1, column 2, let's look at that guy. Let's erase these. Yikes. Sorry about the quality of this video, you guys. Okay, so for the second one, we have row 1 of D, and we have column 2 of C. Okay, so this one is going to end up being 1 times 2, which is 2, negative 5 times 1, which is negative 5, and 7 times 6, which is 42. So that's going to be negative 3 plus 42, which is 39. Okay, and then looking at the other ones, row 2, column 1.
Thanks, Miley.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have row 2 of D and column 1 of C. Okay, so putting that together, you're going to have 1 times negative 1, which is negative 1, 0 times 4, which is 0, and then 2 times 0, which is 0. So this is going to be negative 1. Okay, and then just continuing this process, like if you do row 2, column 2, so for that one, you're going to have 1 times 2, which is 2, 0 times 1, which is 0, and 2 times 6, which is 12, so it's going to give me a 14. Okay, and then for the next entry, you have row 3, column 1, so it's 6 times negative 1, which is negative 6, 8 times 4, which is 32, and 4 times 0, which is 0. So that's negative 6 plus 32, which is 26. And then for the last one, row 3, column 2, so row 3, that's going to be 6 times 2, which is 12, 8 times 1, which is 8, and 4 times 6, which is 24. So that's 20 plus 24, which is 44. Okay? All right, determinant of B. Okay, so to find the determinant of B, let's write down B. Remember, the notation for determinant kind of looks like an absolute value. So in order to find the determinant, we just find the cross products, right? So you multiply across, 6 times 0 is 6, and then minus 5 times 4 is 20. And 6 minus 20 is negative 12. Okay, for 108, the determinant of D. And you guys remember, you can only do a determinant of an n by n matrix. That means it has to be a square matrix, same number of rows, same number of columns. So here you have 1, negative 5, 7, 1, 0, 2, 6, 8, 4. And I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the first 2 columns next to it. And then let's multiply going up. So 6 times 0 times 7, that's just going to give me a 0. I'll do a different color so you can see it better. And then plus, I have 8 times 2 times 1, which is 16. And then the last one I have here is 4 times 1 times a negative 5, which is negative 20. So adding these guys up on the top there, so the top is going to be negative 4. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing multiplying going down. Okay, so 1 times 0 times 4 is just a big fat 0. Plus, multiplying down, negative 5 times 2, that's negative times 6 is negative 60. And then one more, 7 times 1 times 8, that's going to be 56. So the bottom here, negative 60 plus 56 is negative 4. Okay, now you guys, on this one, remember we want to do bottom minus top. So if we do bottom minus top, so it's negative 4 minus negative 4. And then the last one, so for 109, to find the inverse of A, let me do 109 over here so I have more room. So I have the matrix A is, what is it? Negative 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I want to find the inverse, remember I want to turn it into a 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so for the first thing to turn that into a 1, I'm going to go ahead and do negative 1 times row 1. So that's going to give me 1, negative 2, negative 1, 0. And this is going to give me 3, 4, 0, 1. Okay, then I need to make this guy right here a 0. So I'm going to multiply the first row by negative 3 and add it to row 2. So that's going to be negative 3. This is going to stay the same, sorry. So you're going to have negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. Then you're going to have negative 3 times negative 2, which is 6, plus 4 is 10. Then you're going to have negative 3 times negative 1, which is 3, plus 0, which is 3. And then negative 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Okay, now the next guy you want to make is this one. You need to make that a 1. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 1/10 times row 2. So 1, -2, -1, 0. Then I'm going to have 0, 1, 3/10, and 1/10. And then you guys, last but not least, I need to try to get this guy here to be a 0. So for that one, I'm going to, oops, sorry.
Who wants to score? Let's go!
So I'm going to do 2 times row 2 plus row 1. Okay, so you guys, look, row 2 is completely set. Okay, so 2 times 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. And then I have 2 times 3/10 is 6/10 minus 1. That's like subtracting 10/10. So that's -4/10 or -2/5. And then I have 2 times 1/10, that's 2/10 plus 0 is 2/10, which is just 1/5. Okay, so your inverse matrix is going to be that. All right?